Hello friends, Reckless Tempest here. Today we're going to be using Lor-Meta's meta tier list to just go over what the meta looks like right now and what we should be playing for ladder. And obviously deck codes and links will be in the description. And according to the stats, TF Swain has the best matchup spread meta score based off of Platinum Plus. Let's just take a quick look at that deck because Swain got a buff with the patch on Wednesday, so now when he's level 2 he has Overwhelm. And honestly this looks pretty similar to the anti-TF deck, right? It's just a pile of removal, efficient units, but instead of playing Riptide Rex, which kind of fluctuates now, it's just Leviathan, because that also got a buff, and getting your juiced up champion is like, second deck behind it is Lee Sin Nami. Pretty high score, pretty significant dip. But one pro it has a good win rate against TF Swain. Pretty similar. I think we've covered this in the last meta report I did. But kind of the cool thing about this deck is you play Momentous Choice and Wuju style, so you have a lot of spells that double proc to help level Lee Sin. Also, if you're building a tournament lineup, you maybe want to consider just cutting the TF and going up to 3 Lee Sins, and that way you can play a TF deck as another one, right? Instead of just using your TF pick as a one of. Third up, we have Fiora Pantheon. Really cool. Fiora got essentially a buff, right? Being a 4/4 for 4 is much better than being a 3/2 for 3. Because now she'll actually survive a combat sniping stuff off, which will help her level. And normally, right, you get 1/1 per mana either way. So, yeah, she got 1/2. And this deck just, it's kind of like blending the Faded package and buff stuff. This list has 2 Camp for the Doubts. I think the card's really cool. Also, it had a pretty high win rate compared to all the other stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to try this deck out. At number 4, we have Lee Sin Auction. And yeah, again, we're going to be using 2 Momentous Choice and Wuju style to make sure we proc Lee Sin a ton, but also it'll help with leveling Warlord's Palace, or I forget the Warlord's Horde, I think. Yeah. And again, this is more of a dirty Lee Sin combo one hit kill you, where like the Nami deck just Lee Sin's just there. He's tagging along. He's like, oh hey, I also kill stuff. He's more of an alternate win condition, whereas like a lot more of the spells here are just really good with Lee Sin, and they kind of have like splash synergies with Akshan. Fifth up, we have Katarina Gwen. The highest win rate lists I could find didn't play Hate Spike, and obviously since it got nerfed, right, makes sense that's not being included. But besides that, this list looks pretty similar to how this archetype has looked previously in the last like month plus. I do wonder, since Ionia seems to be doing so well in the meta, especially with people playing Master Yi Karma with Shadow Isle Splash, I wonder how good cards like the Harrowing will be moving forward if you're playing in seasonals, since running into a deny is awful. Up we have Akshan Pantheon. Kind of weird not seeing Momentous Choice in Ruji style, but obviously can play it. I really don't have too many thoughts about this deck. It's kind of cool they're running the equipment. And the cool thing about these equipments are they give you a very interesting late game because, you can play the 6 drop or the 8 drop. And yeah, I don't know, it looks pretty straightforward. Units, interaction spells. Some of your interaction spells are also like gonna be pumping Faded, helping you get to that level up, triggering with Auction because like Desert Duel and Grappling Hook target your stuff. Yeah. I'm just gonna skip over Nami Ionia TFs since this is essentially just 2 Twisted Fates, 1 Lee Sin, or 3 TFs. Like, it's just so similar to Lee Sin Nami, it's not really worth going over. So the next deck, and I believe this is our last deck, is Nora Vigar. And I think we covered this in the last meta report. Basically, you're using Nora as a value engine to just vomit out the board and always have this free Bandle City goodness where your board's just super full. And if your opponent can get through that, you can lean on Vagar and your darkness interaction stuff, and you have quality removal and card advantage. So it's like a controlling mid-rangey deck with just a ton of value. If you found value in this meta breakdown, please consider sticking that like button. Yours costs 0, and it helps push this content to other people. And if you want more Runeterra goodness, Portal Palooza that subscribe button. See you next time.